Well, very, very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pole Vault, Point M, here in the coast of Antarctica. Current coordinates are 70 degrees south on our wonderful tourage here of the Antarctica. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have decided to drop our anchor down here in the middle of this beautiful ocean here. Whales are feeding all over us. There's been a lot of whale activity going on here this morning, as you can see there, the horizon. But that's not the main reason why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why we're here this morning is because of this unusual green specimen that we just spotted on top of this mountain. So, gentlemen, that is we have those people, scientists have gone outside, researchers have gone outside to go and investigate what is this green bluish color looking material on top of white snow. To be honest with you, I wouldn't say it's a penguin leftovers or it's penguin deficit. This is really weird, because when penguins take a shit, they don't leave green. They leave a very, very dark and strange smelling color. But that is something unusual that we just spotted here in Pulverham location. Current location exactly is 70 degrees south and 12 minutes east. That is where we are right now, and people have gone outside there, researchers and scientists, to find out what is that specimen on top of the snows. This morning we are just having beautiful views of these Antarctican glaciers, snow, white and blue, fascinating indeed. And so that's we were actually not supposed to stop here, but as I say, this is an expedition ship. We can always come to sudden stops whenever we see something interesting, and that is what we just did here. Now, right now, with guys there monitoring some whales, we are trying to tag them so that we can track them, and it's a lot of research that we're doing this time round. And also, as I said again, the mission is always still the same, to find out what is really happening downtown in Antarctica, ladies and gentlemen. So somebody asked me a question yesterday or a few days ago, actually a question I've been reading in my comments day in, day out. It's about how long we experience daylight in Antarctica. Ladies and gentlemen, in a span of about 3 months that I've been here in Antarctica, I think we have experienced a nightfall only 4 times. Since I've been here for the last 4 months, I have seen darkness only 4 times. It is always daylight here. Pretty much best part of the year is always just sunlight here. We just came through this entrance here, coming down from the Drake Passage, and this is our day 1. As I said, we're gonna lose a day here today in our programs, but this is day 1 of our escapade here today. So I have been also getting comments from a lot of people that I move so fast on my videos, but I always try my best to make sure that within the best time covered, within the best time possible, I try to bring you all the right updates of this beautiful Antarctican city, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, pretty much the last time I saw nightfall was, I think, about 4 months ago, or normally when we or some of them is normally also during our overnight stays in Ushuaia. That's when we see the nightfalls. I just try to bring in some guy here, sketch this 360 Insta and see what it's all about. Okay, somebody's trying to get the whales there coming. Anyway, regardless, as I said, this is day 1. Day 1 is normally not really intriguing, but I feel like I could bring you in and let's try and see, maybe we can spot something on these blue mountains here, on this blue ice snow. They're just absolutely fascinating today. It's a bright day. Temperature is about 2 degrees Celsius. It is now 9:15 in the morning. And the weather is just perfect today for spotting whales. As I said, we have seen a lot of humpback whales this morning feeding here in this beautiful area here. And so this afternoon we will lift up our anchors and proceed to our next stop, which we will be doing a Zodiac cruise. Zodiac cruise means where we are going this afternoon is so dangerous that we are not allowed to get off the Zodiac, so we will just get on the Zodiacs and hoover around this island and find out more and more. So as I say, day 1 is not really very dramatic, but as the day goes by, tonight we will sail. We will try to push about 5 degrees north. We will try to land at 76 degrees tomorrow morning south. As I said, that is extreme south. So tomorrow I'm pretty sure what we will come up with will be much more interesting than it is today. However, it is still too early to judge. What really amazes me, ladies and gentlemen, is that we sometimes spot some random birds just flying this island, and you ask yourself, where do these birds live? Where do they really live? I mean, some of them, they are not seabirds or anything like that. You can see that these birds, they live up on trees, but you think about it, the closest land is just miles and miles and miles away, and I don't think these birds will fly free for all those miles to get here. So the question still remains, is there life beyond Antarctica? As I said, I just spotted something. Let me get you closer. I just spotted another silly tiny sailing boat again, ladies and gentlemen, right there. I don't know if you can see, it's actually a windsurfing boat. I mean, how do these guys get down here? Really amazes me. I mean, sometimes when we hit the Drake Passage with a ship this big, we even have to pull back the stabilizers to cool them down, because they tend to really heat up. And I mean, because they struggle a lot through the Drake Passage. Then you get here in Antarctica after all that struggle, and you just find a small surfing boat like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. For me, this is mind-blowing, and it leaves me with lots and lots of questions, ladies and gentlemen, which I am committed in the next 6 months to dig until we come to a solution or to a conclusion that what is really happening here. I'm just going to give you a small glimpse of this whale here feeding there. Beautiful, lovely indeed. Just in case you're wondering, people are asking me, how long are you going to be in Antarctica? I'm still going to be in Antarctica until the start of March. Then we start to push through Papeete, we start to push through Tahiti, we start to push through Fiji as we head down all the way to Australia. And then my last month we're going to be in Australia, because in Australia we need to go and get our submarines out for their regular yearly servicing that we do it in Darwin, Australia. So my folks down in Australia, we are coming to Australia now. We'll spend a month in Australia sailing all the rivers. We're talking about Broome, we're talking about Darwin, we're talking about Cairns, we're talking about all those beautiful rivers of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, Antarctica 71 degrees.